What's going on, guys? So we have the salmon eggs from last weekend. Here they are here. Way to skiing. We decided to try a little bit of a different method this time, also doing it sooner. It's only been 4 days, I think they've been in the freezer. So I'm gonna rip over to Walt's right now and we are going to try boraxing them because we're going tomorrow for a salmon again. So hopefully, you know, we won't need much to do. We're supposed to throw the borax to them and let them sit overnight, I believe. I'm not sure. Bradley knows a little bit more. He did some reading up on it today, so he knows a little bit more than I do about that particular method. So I just took them out of the freezer. I'm going to head over to Bradley's right now. He's got borax he picked up today, and we're going to give that a shot. That's supposed to keep them a little harder and kind of keep them together so that when we're casting them pretty aggressively with those weights and really whipping them out there, they'll stay together a little bit better, a lot better. Hopefully, that's I believe the idea behind it. So, throw these in the truck right now. We'll rip over to Bradley's.
Some stuck with them trying to scrape these ones off.
Yeah.
Still frozen.
They're still kind of frozen, so we're gonna put them back in the water. But as you can see there, they're a lot fresher looking than the last ones we did.
Yeah.
You think we should get some hot water, warm water? Or?
Yeah, we can try that.
We're going to butterfly the skein and open it up. And then we're going to take one of those spoons there and kind of just brush off all the eggs, all that we can. Like I said, we're doing this a little bit differently. Easier for actually rowing instead of like picking and ripping them off or cutting them. We're going to take, like I said, take that spoon, butterfly the skein, and then we're going to brush off all the eggs off the skein so that they're all separate eggs. As best we can anyway. And I don't know if we're going to use float sacks because we were making them out of the pier last weekend pretty good, and they didn't seem to need the float sacks. It seems like the eggs kind of float just a bit on their own, and then there's a little bit of current too, so it's like pushing them up a little bit, and then the weight's holding it on the bottom. So I don't think we need the floats. We might throw a few in the odd one just for shits, but I don't think we're going to need them. So yeah, Walt's going to go get some warm water, not hot, but warmer, so that we can thaw this out. You can see here the really bright ones there are still frozen. These ones are all thawed out. These ones are still frozen. So we're going to try and get into the middle with that warmer water, and then we'll give it a shot. Ugh, slippery. Oh, there's a nice egg right there.
Nice. I need to kill them.
It's going to be a few fallen soldiers, but that's okay. Look how juicy they look. Almost fresh, ready for eating.
Someone do it.
Declan would probably eat them.
No, probably.
Well, maybe not now, but eating them fresh, maybe.
You melt it right in his mouth.
Crazy. So many eggs, though, eh?
Yeah.
Like, that's out of one fish.
We're not my real deal way of doing it, but...
No, but we're also pretty new to this as well. Like I said, the ideal way to do it is not to freeze them at all.
Yeah. Get them right away and then you can freeze them.
The only problem is that we didn't, you know, we weren't really ready for it.
Some of them are a bit old, but...
Is that popping them?
Nope.
It's not popping them, really.
Hmm. Just go like kind of lightly, and you'll figure out how hard you need to press and how light you need to press. And you obviously get still some of the membrane.
Yeah, which is fine.
Just get a bunch of these out of here for now. Gotta get the blood off them.
Okay. So we have isolated the egg. We've isolated the eggs from the skein, and we've put them in water. As you can see here, it's really dicey looking water, but we have some nice eggs, individual eggs in there. Just scraping them off. Lots more to go. And then we're gonna put them in here, and then we're gonna dump the water out. They should be nice and orange with no blood and guts and shit on them. And then we'll borax them. So stay tuned for the finished product. I'm gonna dump the excess water and
Membrane, but
a little bit's fine though, right?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, that looks so much better. You could probably peel a lot of that membrane off too. It's a lot of eggs. Got all the blood out of them. Still a little bit of membrane there, but that's no big deal. They're just getting put in row bags anyway. If anything, it'll be more scent.
Yeah.
A little something to hold them together a bit more too.
You're gonna got little, just tiny little skeins.
That's not gonna hurt it any. These are really good salmon eggs, so they look great. Really bright colors. Let them sit for a few minutes and soak up some of that extra water, and then throw the borax to them. Right now we're just dropping them into the bag. They're all dried out. Not dried, but the moisture's off them. Look at those. Work it in pretty good so you can get into all those eggs.
Yeah.
You want to get every one of them if possible. Boom, done. We're gonna let them sit in the fridge overnight, rinse them off in the morning, eh?
Yeah.
And then they're good to go. Good to package and row and ready for fishing. That's how she's done. We're gonna do this other grouping. Holy Christ, look at them all there. And yeah, so stay tuned for part 2 of the salmon video, and then the one that's about to come out from this weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned a thing or two. Fishing with the boys out.